Jay-Z got new allegations of possible sex trafficking as he relates to being on the board of Cash App and Square. There are some executives that might have some answering to do regarding their activities, etc. Let's get started, everybody. This is Keep It Real with Dr. Lil, and I'm just going to get right to it so you guys can see it, see and hear it.
Man, shout out to Document Things. I saw him drop this, man, and I could not believe what I was reading. Totally could not believe what I was reading, man. As man, bro, this one is unbelievable, man. We're gonna get into this, man. Press 1 in the comments if y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me, press 1 in the comment section. Let me get a mic check to everybody that's in the comment section. Let me get a mic check, please. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. Press 1 in the comment section if you guys can hear me. And we're going to get right into this video, man, as this ain't looking good right here, bro. Wow, bro. Y'all can hear me? All right, man. Salute to everybody that's tapped in, man. So Jay-Z from a whole different law firm. And the paperwork, I don't know why this paperwork is just now getting revealed online, but the paperwork is just now getting revealed, y'all. Man, I'm about to read this to y'all right now. I'm gonna read this paperwork to y'all right now, man. Y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in, man. And I'm finna let y'all know what's going on. It's Jay-Z. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put it on the screen. Let me put this on the screen right here. Jay-Z has just been named in new paperwork, man. That just came out a couple of weeks ago, but nobody saw this. This Document Things put this out today. Nobody seen this. But if you guys can look, this is unbelievable, man. This was just filed a couple of weeks ago. Nobody knew this was going on. The United States District Court, Northern District of California. Now, Viraj Patel, is the plaintiff, and it's going against Jack Dorsey, Rolla Botha, Amy Brooks, Sean Carter, who is Jay-Z. And y'all can read the rest of those people's names that's on that list. Y'all can read the rest of the people's names that's on that list. Wow, man. Hold on. Let me blow that up a little bit more so y'all can see. Y'all can see the list right there. There's the formal first page formal complaint right there, man. As let's see what this is talking about. As we'll just get right into it. From page, this is page 1 right here. As you guys can see right there at the bottom, I'm just gonna read this complaint to y'all, let y'all know what's going on with this Jay-Z situation and this paperwork that had been dropped. But this is crazy right here. So it says that as you guys can see on y'all screen, verified shareholder derivative complaint. Now it says the plaintiff, Viraji Patel, by and through his undersigned attorneys, bring this derivative complaint for the benefit of nominal defendant Block Inc., quote unquote Block, or the company. It says against, and let me put this up here on the screen for y'all. It says against current and former members of the company's board of directors and certain of its executive officers seeking to remedy the individual defendants defined below, breach of fiduciary duties and violations of federal law. Now it goes on to say this: the plaintiff is alleging, right? The plaintiff is alleging. I'll put this on the screen for y'all right there. It says that the plaintiff is alleging that the following, based upon personal knowledge as to himself and his own acts, and information and belief as to all other matters based upon inter alia, the investigation conducted by and through plaintiff's attorney, which included, among other things, a review of defendants' publicly available documents, filings within the United States United States Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. It says press releases published by and regarding block, legal filings, news reports, securities analyst reports about the company, the security class action, Gonzalez versus Block Inc., blah, 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 and other publicly available information. Now, the nature of the action. It says that number one, this is a shareholder derivative action brought by plaintiff on behalf of Block against certain of its officers and current and former members of the company's board of breaches of their fiduciary duties between at least February 26, 2020 and April the 30th, 2024, inclusive the relevant period, end quote, and the federal securities laws and as set forth below. It says Block is a financial technology company specializing in payment solutions. It says the company's two primary operations are one, Square, a platform which enables, so everybody knows what Square is. Square is like, and I'm gonna explain this to y'all. Square is like a, you accept credit card payments through Square. So if you have like an online business or something, you guys might know about this. Square is a company, they accept like online credit card payments for small businesses, just businesses like that, right? So it says that, one, Square, it says these are its two primary operations, right? Square, a platform which enables small and medium-sized businesses, SMBs, to use smartphones to process credit card payments. And two, Cash App, a consumer-focused platform that enables peer-to-peer money transfers, debit cards, savings accounts, and Bitcoin investing. It says, number three, from 2019 to 2023, Block experienced explosive growth, with its revenues growing from 1.3 billion in 2019 to 21.92 billion in 2023. Unbeknownst to the public, this rapid growth was largely driven by widespread use of the company's platforms for illegal activities. Let me read that again. It says from 2019 to 2023, Block experienced explosive growth, with its revenues growing from 1.13 billion in 2019 to 21.92 billion in 2023, right? So it went from 1.13 billion in 2019 to 21.92 billion in 2023, unbeknownst to the public. This rapid growth was largely driven by widespread use of the company's platforms for illegal activities. Number four, through the relevant period, certain of the company's officers and members of its board issued statements that were materially false and misleading and admitted to state material adverse facts necessary to make the statements not misleading, because they failed to disclose that, one, the company lacked adequate customer due diligence practices and failed to adequately monitor the nature of the transactions that were being processed on the company platforms. Two, company management imposed minimal obligations on users seeking to open accounts or transact on the company's platforms, and encouraged the use of Bitcoin, which together allow the company to become a haven for unlawful activities. Three, company management ignored red flags, indicating that Square and Cash App were being widely used for a variety of unlawful and unethical activities, including money laundering. Oh, Lord Jesus, man. Oh my God, I gotta put this on the screen because y'all gonna think I'm capping. Y'all gonna think I'm capping. Y'all gonna think I'm capping. Oh my God. Y'all gonna think I'm capping. I gotta put this on the screen, man. Hold on, man. I don't want nobody coming here and say, hey, Ticket, man, what you doing? Bro, the paperwork dropped online. This been out for 2 weeks. The paperwork just got released online for some reason. It ain't been out for 2 weeks. Let me put this on the video so y'all can see this. Because I don't want nobody to say I'm capping. Hold on. Hold on. Let me put this on the video. I got to put this up here. Because y'all going to read this, and I ain't going to read the word. Well, let me see. There it go right there. There it go right there. Now, so y'all can read the screen with me. I'm going to read this page again. So y'all can read this page with me. Right? Number four. Throughout the relevant period, and again, Jay-Z's innocent till proven guilty in the court of law. I want to say that and put that out there because I don't want nobody to say, oh, were you trying to cash aspersions? No, I'm just reading what's on the paper. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the paper. Number four, throughout the relevant period, certain of the company's officers and members of its board issued statements that were materially false and misleading and omitted to state material adverse facts necessary to make the statements not misleading because they failed to disclose that. Now look at this, y'all. I'm on the first paragraph where it says I or one right there. Now read one right there because I'm gonna read this to y'all and I want to put this on the screen for y'all. One, here it goes right here. The company lacked adequate customer due diligence practices and failed to adequately monitor the nature of transactions that were being processed on the company's platforms. Now look at number two right there. You see the two eyes. Number two, company management imposed minimal obligations, right, on users seeking to open accounts or transact on companies' platforms and encourage the use of Bitcoin, which together allowed the company to become a haven for unlawful activities. Three, here goes three right here, y'all. This three, now this is, I gotta leave the words out. That's why I put on the screen. Y'all won't say I said it. Three, company management ignored red flags indicating that Square and Cash App were being widely used for a variety of unlawful and unethical activities, including money laundering, CHILD, sexual abuse, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, blank financing, read your screen, contract killings, unalivings, and transactions and violations of economic sanctions. Four, as a result of the foregoing, the company was at heightened risk of regulatory scrutiny and reputational damage, and positive statements concerning the company's business operations and prospects were materially misleading and lacked a reasonable basis at all relevant times. On March the 23rd, 2023, Hindenburg Research published a report, the quote-unquote Hindenburg Report, alleging the block's explosive growth was driven by the company's willingness to facilitate fraud against consumers and the government, avoid regulation, dress up predatory loans and fees as revolutionary technology, and mislead investors with inflated metrics. The Hindenburg report revealed that Cash App was widely used for sex trafficking, drug trafficking, consumer scams, the you-know-what relief fraud, and even contract unaliving payments, explaining that Cash App's embrace of non-compliance begins by making it easy for users to get on the platform, easy for them to get back on the platform if their accounts are closed, and easy to remain anonymous or operate under blatantly false identities. Let's keep going, right? The Hindenburg report further detailed interviews with former Block employees who explained that the company systematically suppressed internal and user complaints related to rampant fraudulent and criminal activity on the company's platform. Number 6, on this news, the price of Block declined 15% in one day from a close of $72.65 per share on March the 22nd, 2023, to a close of $61.88 per share on March the 23rd, 2023. On August the 3rd, 2023, the company disclosed that the SEC and the U.S. Department of Justice were investigating the allegations contained in the Hindenburg report. On number 8, on this news, the price of Block stock declined nearly 14% in one day from a close of $73.55 per share on August the 3rd, 2023, to a close of $63.52 per share on August the 4th, 2023. Let's keep going. On number 9, on February the 16th, 2024, NBC News reported that federal regulators were investigating allegations by 2 whistleblowers that Cash App failed to perform adequate due diligence on its customers, including by failing to implement any effective procedure to establish their identities, leading to widespread of the use of the company's platform for illicit activities. Importantly, the NBC News report alleged that company management was not only aware that the company was failing to conduct consumer due diligence, but it was intentionally failing to conduct such due diligence as a means of maximizing the opening of new customer accounts to generate more revenue. Number 10, on this news, the price of Block declined 5% in one day from a close of $69.48 per share on February the 15th, 2024, to a close of $65.64 per share on February the 16th, 2024. Number 11, on May the 1st, 2024, NBC News reported that federal prosecutors were investigating the company after allegations that by a former employee that, 1, Block had failed to conduct basic due diligence on its customers. Number two, Square had processed thousands of transactions involving countries subject to economic sanctions, including Cuba, Iran, Russia, and Venezuela. And number 3, Block had processed multiple cryptocurrency transactions for blanks groups, the T word, TERRORIST groups. The 2 NBC News reports corroborated the allegations contained in the Hindenburg report.
Martin? Oh, shoulda bought Dixie. These weak store brand plates are risky business.
Oh.
As a result, number 12, on the news, the price of the stock declined 8% in one day from a close of $73 per share on April the 30th, 2024 to a close of $66.84 per share on May 1st, 2024, right? As a result of the foregoing, the securities class action was filed against the company and certain of its executive officers, exposing the company to massive class-wide liability. In light of the breaches of the fiduciary duty by the individual defendants, most of whom the company's current directors, and substantial likelihood of directors' liability in this derivative action, right, and the securities class action, and that the individual defendants are beholden to each other based on their long-standing business and personal relationships, the individual defendants do not possess the requisite level of whatever the hell that word is, and independence to consider a demand of comments, litigation against themselves and other individual defendants on behalf of the company. Accordingly, plaintiff did not make a demand on the board because, as further detailed herein, demand would be futile and a useless act. Now, jurisdiction and venue, right? It speaks about that, right? It speaks about that, right? Now, let's go to the parties, right? Let's go to the parties. Now, it talks about the parties in the next one, right? Now, I'm going to go right to this part where it talks about Jay-Z, because that's what y'all come here for. Let me put this on the screen. Put this on the screen for y'all. That's what y'all come here to hear about, because his name is the only name that people know in this. So I'm gonna put that one right there on the screen to see what that says right there, so y'all can see what it says. So y'all don't see that y'all don't think I'm just on here just saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all smash the like button, y'all come on in too. Let me put this on the screen right here where it talks about the different parties. All right, let me put this on the screen. Let me see. Let me get this on the screen right here. Here we go right here. All right, I think this is it right here, y'all. All right, there we go right there. All right, there we go right there. So it says, and I'll just start from the top of the page so y'all can read from the top with me. As of March the 31st, right? Oh, no. Let me go for number 23, right? Or I'll go number 22, and then y'all will see the last part of that at the top of the screen. It says number 22, defendant Jack Dorsey co-founded the company and has served as principal executive officer referred to by the company as quote-unquote blockhead. As a chairperson of the board since 2009, defendant Dorsey is named as a defendant in the securities class action. Now, check this out, y'all. Now it goes to the top of this page right here that y'all see right there, where y'all see that date. It says, as of, and you can read along with me from the top of the page, as of March the 31st, 2024, defendant Dorsey beneficially owned 1 million shares of Class A block common stock with roughly $81.5 million, right? Now, let's go to the 23. 23, defendant Rolif Botha. Botha has served as a member of the board since January 2011 and serves as a member of the Audit and Risk Committee, quote unquote, the Audit Committee, right? According to the company's public filings, defendant Botha received $374,618 in 2023 in compensation from the company. As of March 31st, 2024, defendant Botha beneficially owned 1,260,452 shares of Class A block common stock worth roughly $102.7 million. Number 24, defendant Amy Brooks served as a member of the board since October 2019. According to the company's public filings, defendant Brooks received $292,220 in 2023 in compensation from the company. As of March 31st, 2024, defendant Brooks beneficially owned 12,780 shares of Class A block common stock worth roughly $1 million. Number 25, defendant Sean Carter has served as a member of the board since May of 2021. According to the company's public filings, defendant Carter received $289,720 in 2023 in compensation from the company as of March the 31st, 2024. Defendant Carter beneficially owned 38,073 shares of Class A block common stock worth roughly $3.1 million. And it goes on, right, to state the other people's names who are defendants in this case, right? Right? So it goes on to say the fiduciary duties of the individual defendants. Number 37. Y'all don't see this on y'all screen. It says, by reason of their positions as officers and directors of block, and because of their ability to control the business and corporate affairs of block, the individual defendants owe block and its shareholders fiduciary obligations of trust, loyalty, good faith, and due care, and were and are required to use the utmost ability to control and manage block in a fair, just, honest, and equitable manner. The individual defendants were and are required to act in furtherance of the best interest of block and its shareholders so as to benefit all shareholders equally. Number 38, each director and officer of the company owes to block and its shareholders the fiduciary duty to exercise good faith and diligence in the administration of the company and in the use and preservation of its property and assets and the highest obligation of fair dealing. Number 39, the individual defendants, because of their positions of control and authority as directors and or officers of block, were able to and did directly and or indirectly exercise control over the wrongful acts complained of herein. Let me read that again. That line is number 39 is the craziest part, because they're saying, they're alleging that that this was used for sex trafficking, drug trafficking, CHILD. You know what? They're alleging all this, they're naming, putting this in this filing, right? So it says, number 39, the individual defendants, because of their positions, right? Because of their positions to control and authority as directors and or officers of block, were able to and did directly or indirectly exercise control over the wrongful acts complained of herein, right? Number 40, to discharge their duties, the officers and directors of block were required to exercise reasonable and prudent supervision over the management, policies, controls, and operations of the company. Number 41, each individual defendant, by virtue of his or her position as a director and or officer, owed to the company and its shareholders highest fiduciary duties of loyalty, good faith, and exercise of due care and diligence in the management and administration of the affairs of the company, as well as in the use and preservation of its property and assets. The conduct of the individual defendants complained herein involves in knowing and culpable violation of their obligations as directors and or officers of block, the absence of good faith on their part or a reckless disregard for their duties to the company and its shareholders that the individual defendants were aware or should have been aware posed a risk of serious injury to the company. Number 42, as senior executive officers and directors of a publicly traded company whose common stock was registered with the SEC pursuant to the Exchange Act and traded on the NYSE, the individual defendants had a duty to ensure that Block implemented and properly monitored the company's internal controls over financial reporting, to prevent the dissemination of inaccurate and untruthful information with respect to the company's financial condition, performance, growth, financial statements, products, management, internal growth, earnings, and present and future business prospects, including dissemination of false and or materially misleading information regarding the company's business, prospects, and operations, and to cause the company to disclose in its regulatory filings with the SEC all those facts described in this complaint that it failed to disclose, so that the market price of the company's common stock would be based upon truth, accurate, and fairly presented information. 43. To discharge their duties, the officers and directors of Block were required to exercise reasonable and prudent supervision over the management policies, practices, and internal controls of the company. By virtue such as duties, the officers and directors of Block were required to, among other things, A, ensure that the company was operated in a diligent, honest, and prudent manner in accordance with the laws and regulations of Delaware and the United States and pursuant to Block's own code of business conduct and ethics. B, conduct the affairs of the company in an efficient, business-like manner so as to make it possible to provide the highest performance, a quality performance of its business, to avoid wasting the company's assets and to maximize the value of the company's stock. C, remain informed as to how Block conducted its operations, and upon receipt of notice or information of imprudent or unsound conditions or practices, to make reasonable inquiry in connection therewith and to take steps to correct such conditions or practices. D, establish or maintain systematic and accurate records and reports of the business and internal affairs of Block and procedures for the reporting of the business and internal affairs to the board, and periodically investigate or cause independent investigation to be made of said reports and records. Maintain, implement, and monitor adequate and functioning system of internal legal, financial, and management controls such that Block's publicly disclosed financial information would be accurate. F, exercise reasonable control and supervision over the public statements made by the company's officers and the employees and any other reports or information that the company was required by law to disseminate. G, refrain from unduly benefiting themselves and other company insiders at the expense of the company. And H, examine and evaluate any reports, examinations, audits, or other financial information concerning the financial affairs of the company, and to make full and accurate disclosure of all material facts concerning each of the subjects and duties set forth above. And this thing goes on, man. This thing goes on. So it has next. This is the crazy part right here, y'all. Conspiracy, conspiracy, aiding, and abetting, and concerted action. Let's get into that part right there. So it says conspiracy, aiding, abetting, and concerted action is the next part, right? Let me see what this is saying. Let me see if this is worth me going through it, man. Let me see. Let me see. Man, bro. Unbelievable, dog. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, bro. Yeah, they got a lot of bro, this thing is 52 pages, y'all. 52 pages, y'all. Man, bro. I'm trying to skim through it to see if I see something else. But yeah, bro. So apparently, like I said, and you know what I'm gonna do? Because I don't want to have to read through this whole thing. This thing is 52 pages, y'all. 52 pages, bro. Let me see something here. Hold on. Let me scan down to the bottom, man. I'm not trying to read those 52 pages. I'm not finna read all 52 pages on here. I'm gonna go back and read it, but I'm not finna read it on here. Man, bro, they got different counts. Man, so count one. Let me read the counts that they're saying. Count one, y'all. Count one. Let me read this count for y'all. Count one, right? Against individual defendants for violations of 10B of Exchange Act 15 USC and Rule 10B5, 17 CFR 240.10B/5. Man, bro. Also,
why should you choose AirSculpt to eliminate stubborn body fat?
It is minimally invasive,
without general anesthesia,
fastest recovery,
minimal downtime,
all without stitches.
wow. All right, let me read this right here. So it says, plaintiff incorporates by reference and realleges each and every allegation contained above as though fully set forth herein. The individual defendants participated in a scheme. Let me read this right here, right? I need y'all to listen. It says the individual defendants in this case participated in a scheme with the purpose and effect of defrauding Block. Not only is Block now defending claims that it violated Section 10B of the Exchange Act and Rule 10B 5, promulgated thereunder, but the company itself is also one of the largest victims of the unlawful scheme perpetuated upon Block by the individual defendants. 145. During the relevant period, the individual defendants caused the company to overpay by approximately $17 million to repurchase roughly 7 million shares. It says the individual defendants also individually and in concert, directly and indirectly, by the use and means of instrumentalities, I don't know what that word is, of interstate commerce and or the males engaged and participated in continuous course of conduct designed to falsify the company's press release, public statements, and periodic and current reports filed with the SEC. It says the individual defendants employed devices, schemes, and artifacts to defraud while in possession of adverse material, non-public information, and engage in acts, practices, and a course of conduct, right? Course of conduct that, let me see. Lord have mercy. Designed to falsify the company's press releases, public statements, and periodic and current reports filed with the SEC. The individual, let me see, hold on. The conduct, that included the making of or participation of making of untrue and or misleading statements of material facts and or omitting to state material facts necessary in order to make the statements made about Block not misleading. The individual defendants, as directors and officers of the company, are liable as direct participants in the wrongs complained herein. through their positions of control and authority as directors and officers of the company, the individual defendants were able and did control the conduct complained of herein and the content of the public statements disseminated by Block. The individual defendants acted with Senator during the relevant period, and that they either had actual knowledge of the scheme and the misrepresentations and or of omissions of material facts set forth herein, or acted with reckless disregard for the truth, and that they failed to ascertain and to disclose the true facts, even though such facts were available to them. The individual defendants were the top executives for the company or received direct briefings from them, and they were therefore directly responsible for the schemes set forth herein and for the false and misleading statements and or omissions disseminated to the public through the filings with the SEC. By virtue of the foregoing, the individual defendants have violated 10B of the Exchange Act and Rule 10B-5 promulgated thereunder. Count number 2, against the individual defendants for violations of 14A of the Exchange Act, 15 U.S.C. 78 N.A., and Rule 14A9, 17 CFR 240.14A-9, right? Man, bro, and just goes on to keep talking about, some of these things. Now, let me go count 3 against the individual defendants for breach of fiduciary duty, right? That was count 3, where they're just talking about loyalty, reasonable inquiry, good faith, and things like that, right? Let me get into this. Man, bro. Man, hold on. Count 4, excuse me. Count 4 says, against the individual defendants for aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty. I know I'm pronouncing that word wrong, but it is what it is, right? Count 5, against the individual defendants for unjust enrichment. Count 6, against the individual defendants for abuse of control. Count 7, against the individual defendants for waste of corporate assets, right?
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I first ditched big wireless and started using Mint Mobile way back in 2019.
Man, dog. Man. So, yeah, man, the things that they've included in this lawsuit, bro, in my opinion, this easily could go federal. You never know, man. I mean, they got some big names on here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Am I pronouncing it wrong? Oh, I appreciate it, bro. I thought I was destroying that word, bro. But this part right here, that part y'all see right there, and this part right here. Is it this part right here? No, it's this part. Or was it? Let me see. Nah, it was this other one. Let me put this up here. It was this one right here. I know it was this one. Hold on. I took it down on accident. Anyways, that other part I put up there, y'all, that's going to be the most treacherous part right there, bro. Let me put that back on the screen for you guys. I think that's the part right there. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me blow this up bigger so y'all can see what it was saying. Because like I said before, I think this part right here is probably the most damaging part of the entire, this entire paperwork was these allegations that was put right here. Let me blow this up and put on the screen. And here's the thing. When you talk about stuff like that, this is when investigations happen. I'm talking about on big time levels. When you talk about things like I'm about to put on the screen right here. Let me put this on the screen. Right? There it go right there. I'll put it on the screen. I had to blow it up for you guys. My bad. I wanted to blow it up for y'all so y'all can see what I was talking about. Let me put this on the screen for y'all. And you guys can read this yourselves, this part of the lawsuit. Matter of fact, this was on page, let me see what page this is on the lawsuit. Hold on, you guys. This was on page 3. So this is on the 3rd page of the lawsuit right there. If you go read this this paperwork, that was on page 3 right there, y'all. Right there is on page 3. And I'll read that again on page 3. It's 52 pages to this. This on page 3. It says right there, I'll read it. Throughout the relevant period, certain of the company's officers and members of its board issue statements that were materially false and misleading to omit and omitted to state material adverse facts necessary to make statements not misleading because they failed to disclose that. 1. The company lacked adequate customer due diligence practices and failed to adequately monitor the nature of the transactions that were being processed on the company's platforms. 2. The company management imposed minimal obligations on users seeking to open accounts or transact on the company's platforms and encouraged the use of Bitcoin, which together allowed the company to become a haven for unlawful activities. 3. Company management ignored red flags indicating that Square and Cash App were being widely used for a variety of unlawful and unethical activities, including money laundering, CHILD, sexual abuse, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, TERRORISM, financing, contract unalivings, and transactions in violations of economic sanctions, right? To the person who said black folks putting black folks, no, sir, this is a lawsuit right here, sir. And the funny part is you don't come in this comment section, L Mac, when I talk about white folks, sir. So sit down and shut the hell up. Sit down and shut the hell up, sir. When I talk about white folks, you ain't nowhere to be found. So shut the hell up, sir. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. We report everything on this channel. When I came in here the other day, was talking about Jerry Jones, you was nowhere to be found. So shut your mouth, sucker. When I came here the other day and told you Jerry Jones is going to trial in August, you won't nowhere in this comment section. Shut the hell up. The hell is wrong with you? Boy, the hell is wrong with you? You better get your ass up out of here. When I came in here yesterday and told you about them allegations of Kanye West's wife being a racist towards black folks, you was nowhere to be found. Don't bring your ass in here now running your mouth. Don't play that game with me, dog. I don't play. Like I said before, I'm reading the paperwork, sucker. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the people who's suing and putting out this paperwork. The hell is wrong with you people? They put this up here, bro. I ain't put this up here. You want to get mad? Go holler at them. Right? It's right there on your screen. So, yeah, Jack Dorsey's white. First name in the lawsuit. Right? But everybody pretty much knows who Jay-Z is. That's in our community, the people we talk about. And again, I've said Jay-Z's innocent unless he's proven otherwise in any court of law. He's innocent. I'm just reading to you what the paperwork's saying. So if that gets you in your feelings, hey, bro, that's your fault. That's not mine. That's your problem. That's your insecurity, playboy. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, it's crazy, man. And this type of stuff right here, in my opinion, with all these people names on it, this type of stuff brings forth other types of this is what brings forth other types of investigations. So again, you know, and I'm just telling y'all what it is. Right? And so I didn't put this. You guys do this. So y'all definitely let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe. Matter of fact, I will put a link to the actual lawsuit so y'all can see it. Everybody want to see the lawsuit, press 1 in the comments if you want the link. If you want me to drop the link to this lawsuit in the comments section, press 1 so you can read it yourself. You ain't got to get mad at me. This came out a couple weeks ago. Ain't nobody even know. I put in the comment section right now since the nigga thinks somebody capping. All right, let me put in the comment section for y'all.
Deep in the oldest part of Cairo, there's a mysterious salon known as the Crown Temple, run by a group of black.
Put in the comment section for y'all. Hold on. Make sure I do this. You don't come in here breathing on me. What the hell wrong with these people, man? People done lost their damn mind. Put this in the comment section. I'm gonna pin a link at the top of the comments for y'all. Hold on 1 second.
So I think this is probably a good place to pause the video.
All right. Y'all finna see it up there right now.
Yep, we see it.
All right. There it go right there.
I just wanted you guys to hear and see everything. I think it's a very interesting turn of events. There was some talk about things 2 weeks ago. Some of us kind of knew some things that were happening. Nonetheless, a lot of stuff that's done by people is smoke and mirrors. But at the end of the day, the law speaks for itself. And just like we saw in ASAP's case, where he weathered the storm, everybody. He went through the process and he was acquitted after a jury of his peers heard the facts and heard his testimony. So I just want to put that out there, that this situation is here. What do you think? Do you think this is true, or you think this is another situation to take somebody down, take a group of people down? I know a lot of people that use Cash App, and I'm not too happy about some of the stuff I'm hearing. Human trafficking, sex trafficking, unaliving people. Come on, somebody. This is really nasty, dirty stuff. So why would our money, people that try to live the best we can, why would we want our money to be tangled up with anything to do with that? I'm just saying. So I know this has been around for a long time because Square started out first and then came Cash App. But nonetheless, what do you guys think? You think this is true? You think this is another lawsuit to take a group of people down, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? But at the end of the day, I'm talking. They talk about drugs too. There was drug trafficking. There's all kinds of stuff. So it don't smell good. It don't look good. But the main page, like he said, was page 3, paragraph 4. It talks about these little things that are really, really deep. So this is Dr. Lil and Keeping It Real with Dr. Lil. I hope you're having a great day. Share the information, like the information. And I'm going to say pray about this information. We all live in this country and we want the best for our country in every capacity. You know, you got children and grandchildren, and you got all kinds of folks that's growing up in this. And we need to leave our young people a legacy they will definitely be able to remember. But thank you so much for coming by. We're going to be signing out. This is Keeping It Real with Dr. Lil. Hope you continue to have a great day. So stay tuned. There's a new lawsuit out with a whole group of people involving Cash App as it relates to sex trafficking, unaliving people, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's unbelievable. I got it. Some of the stuff is inside the chat. But at the end of the day, it's so much for me to keep saying it over and over again. We'll talk to you soon. It's Dr. Lil, Keeping It Real. Hope you're having a great day and will continue to have a great day because you deserve it. Everybody, you deserve a great, wonderful day. Talk to you soon, everybody.